Hi crafty friends, this is Angie Caney and my channel Tink's Treasures. And this morning I want to work on the May mystery box that I got from Anna Griffin, and you've probably all seen this by now because I'm a little late to the game. But let me run through what this is real quick. So you get a package of embellishments, cards and envelopes, some twine, some embellishments, gold embellishments, and then a huge pack of guy embellishments, which will actually work out really nice because I had ordered the men's shoe when she had the fashion set, but I only got the shoe and it was on sale. So this will work nicely with that. This is the two dies that you get with it. And then the paper, which matches the cards. And it's all just one-sided, but nice heavy cardstock. And then I thought what my project today would be to work with the motorcycle. Now I know this is an older one also, but I got it not that long ago. It was on sale on HSN, or actually I think this is the one. I think this is the one I had like a coupon code and I ordered a couple things and it had free shipping, one of those specials. So this is the motorcycle and this is the die that goes with it. So that's what I'm going to make today. I did some looking around because I need more magnets to store my dies. And typically I get them off Amazon, and there's a nice heavy set that I like to get. They're 60 mil, and then I just put it on a light piece of chipboard, and that makes it very sturdy to hold your dies. And I'll even put a link below in the description box. But I went to Home Depot and I got this. Now there's 3 and they are 8 by 15, and so I figured you could easily cut them in half. So let me show you. And it does come with a piece of chipboard just to hold its shape, so we can reuse that. Okay, so just put your adhesive on the back. But I figure I can get 2 out of these. Yeah, easily cut 2 out of these. And so you're going to get 6 for $8. So I just thought that was a good deal. Okay, so these are the papers I picked out. I have the mustache, some nice foil, and then a silver matte cardstock. So I'm going to start cutting, and then I pulled out for the sentiment, the world's greatest husband. So let me cut my paper down so that it fits on the mat. And you want to make sure your orientation is going to be going the correct direction. Okay, I haven't made this before, but I do know from doing some of her other easel type cards is that you're going to fold on the score line, and then you're going to fold again on this score line to make this little tab, and that's where your motorcycle is going to sit. Fold it back and forth so that you get some movement out of it, because you're going to want it facing down. We're going to put some adhesive on the back, and that's how it's going to move. And then for the other pieces, I should be able to use the smaller mats. And I haven't cut this before, so this is the little aha moment on how beautiful everything turns out, and you can see all this detail of the motorcycle in there. So right about now, I wish I had the little scrubby piece on my pokey tool, but it fell and broke off. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think I got all my little pieces out. And it's nice. I have my trash can right here, so I can just wipe that mess away. Okay, now for the details. I need to see if I can find some black. But that'll look good with the metallic foil. And this is the one from Recollections, not Anna. And it works very nice also. Okay, this one I need to cut twice. I need to see if in my little stash here, oh look, I do, I have some black. I'm gonna use these for the wheels. Ooh, I have this black too. I'm gonna do this one just because this particular paper has this coating on the back that makes it almost difficult to cut through. And you know, I second guess myself. It has some really nice texture. I don't know, maybe I'll cut them both and see what happens. Do I have enough to get two? Maybe that'll answer my question. And I don't, so that solves that. Okay, you're probably going to think I'm nuts, but before I run this through, I'm going to cut this off just because I've done this in the past where I have a shiny foil paper and anything extra like this, because my top plate has some scoring in it from previous cutting. It tends to transfer that on there, and I don't want any marks on it. So ooh, and that's even going to be really tight. Okay, so I wasn't paying as close attention as I should have when I put the paper on there. So I have that little flat mark right there, but I'm just going to cover that with an embellishment when I get it on the motorcycle. Okay, the last piece we have to cut out is the base layer for the motorcycle. So I'm going to use this other scrap I have here. So today is June 5th already, which I can barely believe, and it's already 90 degrees. So we're in Phoenix, and I think it's supposed to be maybe only 105 today. We're supposed to have a cooling because yesterday was 108, I think. But we're supposed to have a cooling, so it might only get to like 104. So I'd love to know where your summer heat is right now. If you want to leave me a comment below. Okay, so here we get to start building. I'm going to put my motorcycle on my base layer. And I'm going to get out my trusty tweezers. And just go ahead and put your foam squares of choice on the back. And I'm still waiting for We Are Memory Keepers. Well, that's how I know them from the beginning. They came out with that pokey tool so that you can pick up your square and place it down, and it takes the back off. It only does one at a time, but that's still got to be better than this. I think it's We Are Makers now. Okay, so I'm going to put my sad little tires on and try not to judge too much, because that was the black I had. So I'm going to work it so that I can hide my flat spot. So that's the worst of the flat spots. I'm going to put him down. And you know what I think I might do is, what if I used my craft knife and just went up through here a little bit, and then I could slip it underneath. Because here you can easily put an embellishment and that'll hide that. Okay, let's see if that'll work. I'm just going to go all the way with it. I don't know, I think I kind of like it even better, because technically, I mean, the fender of the motorcycle is supposed to go over the tire anyway, instead of sitting on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this down right here. And you know, since I did the front, I'm going to do the back, even though I don't really need to, but I'm going to. And I'm sure I need a new blade. Okay, so let me glue this down too. And I was thinking, as far as the weather, for those who have not spent a summer in Phoenix, because there are other parts of Arizona that don't get this crazy hot. Flagstaff doesn't get this hot. Show Low doesn't get this hot. But us here in Phoenix are melting away. And so we always say this is our winter where we're going to be indoors and not going outside just because it's just too crazy hot. I mean, we do, that you can go in the pool and we have misters on our patio, but it's just not enjoyable weather. You need to get up early, and I am not an early bird. Okay, so I'm going to put a few foam squares in here. And I haven't used this in a while, but I do like to use this for cleaning up my desk. And then also, if I just leave it here, you know, if I'm smart enough to remember to use it, then I can clean as you go. And for this, then you can just take those off and stick them there. And then as I was thinking, cutting out these tires, I was like, oh, I probably should have cut out the seat in black. So I'm going to do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. And you can see all the detail in the seat, and using black makes it look so much nicer. So I'm glad I thought of that. And so I'm going to end up using this card for my husband's, or our anniversary, but a card for my husband. And I know it's dad and grad season, so this card could easily go for the dad or grad in your life. So I'm just curious what cards you're making right now. So I'm going to pop up this gas tank. And then the same with the handlebars. Okay, so that's all of the pieces that we've cut out. So we can go ahead and install it on our card here. So let me check if this is going up or down. So this piece is going to be folded down here, and we're just going to glue it on. And then I need to cut out the little stopper pieces. I'll find some paper for that too. And then here's where you're going to try and line it up so that it matches the base here. Maybe going from this direction might be easier because you want to get it straight. Which that's not straight at all. Okay, let me try this one more time. I'm not sure why this is giving me such an issue here, because I know it needs to line up somewhat at least with the base here, and you want it to not have the back poking through. Okay, that looks much better. Okay, I'm going to go against my better judgment, but I'm going to cut this out. And this has that waxy paper coating on the back, but I think it would look nice with this. And I just need it for the top piece of my stopper, just this right here. So I'm just going to cut a small piece, and then I'll show you why not to use this paper. And I'm going to put my metal shim in underneath. And if this doesn't work, I'll show you what I've had to do in the past. So that cut fine, which I knew it would. The test is this. And because it's, what do you call it, a rectangle, it has straight edges, I can just tear it off. If this was something intricate, I would have been screaming. And again, I'm not going to use this as an actual sentiment. I'm going to be using this one. But it would look nice with everything that I've got going on here with the gray and the silver and the black. And this just has that nice texture to it. So that will be able to sit right there and act as our stopper for the card. Okay, so I just need to find a few embellishments, which we have all of these to choose from. And I have a couple of these containers left over. I did another organizing project with these. So I'm just going to put them in here. So I should show you these. So these are two-dimensional. They are stickers. And these, she has card layer toppers. So I'm not sure if this is considered the same thing, but I would definitely use it as that. Same with this one. It has dimension, and there's, you know, 3 elements here put together. So the nice collage to put on the top of a card. And then some of these are just dimensional stickers. There's some, this one's all put together. This would be a nice to the front of a card. This is really nice. This would match the paper that is included. And I don't know if she's had these before. I'm not able to always get everything she has. And this one with the dog. I know the dog has been around a while. I have some other embellishments from her that has that and this, but not the car. Oh, and that pocket watch is really cool. And that's dimensional. As far as I can tell, all of these are dimensional. Of course, I'm not quite sure what would go good. Oh, this would look good with, you know, the motorcycle theme going on here. Although this is gold. I mean, some of the examples on the idea sheet, there's the trophy, there's the stars. Oh, there's the map and the compass in the background. Oh, he doesn't, my husband anyway, doesn't golf. I don't have the music. I don't have the starburst. There is this champagne bottle, so maybe I'll pull out the champagne. Okay, you guys, so as I was pulling out embellishments, and I think I like to use these, and I was going to, you know, lay the card flat, it lays flat like that. So do we like it flat like that, that it doesn't line up? So I haven't made this before. So the directions say to fold this tab down, and that's where I had glued it. So I guess if you fold it down like this, you're not going to see the card. So I'm not quite sure if I'm doing it wrong, if this should be double-sided paper so that you see something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out another piece to go here. So I'm going to line this up. I'm going to glue it on, line it up, and then I'm going to come over here and just trim that out by hand. And I just signed up maybe a month ago for Anna's membership. So maybe I should go in and look and see how, if there's a class that she did for this. Because this just doesn't make sense to me. Or maybe the point would be to have, you know, double-sided paper, and then you would have that. But even still, I'm still not convinced that that's how it's supposed to lay. I guess it could. The examples don't show what the card looks like laying flat. And then it would just lay like this. So it'll sit like this and then lay like that. So I guess that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm not going to tear the whole sticker back off because I'm just going to put it here, and I don't want sticky showing through on the other side and just, you know, catching on stuff. And then I'm going to put a few squares just over here just to make it kind of level. And then over here, I'm just going to put this little compass. Maybe the pocket watch. I think I like the pocket watch better. He has his dad's pocket watch after his dad passed away. Okay, so I'm assuming this is how we lay it out. So you're going to want double-sided paper. And then this is going to sit like this. So I'll post a couple pictures here showing how well it sits up. And I'm not going to add too many embellishments just because I'd like the detail of the motorcycle to show through. I know he's going to appreciate that, being a car and motorcycle guy. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed seeing this card. And if you are new here to the channel, I would appreciate if you would go ahead and give this a like and a subscribe. I am working on building up my channel. I am about 1,500 subscribers right now, and I'd like to be able to get to 2,000 by the end of the summer. So I would appreciate if you want to support my channel. And then until next time, happy crafting. Bye.